Susan Goldstein with SRQ Market Pulse. Florida commercial property owners are dealing with three challenges: lending rates, insurance, and commercial construction costs. Today, we're joined by Daniel Gerdes with Gerdes Construction, who will help us take a deep dive into commercial construction and how our property owners can make the best of it.
All right, Dan, I am so glad to have you. Dan
Great
Gerdes.
to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. Well, let's dig right in. So
Okay.
we want to talk about what's happening with commercial construction. We know that it was all crazy with the pandemic and what happened with logistics and construction costs and labor shortages. Where are we now?
We have leveled off as far as cost goes.
Okay.
It is dramatically higher than it was 3 years ago, but we have leveled off as far as, I believe, cost goes. Logistics, many of the items that were hard to get are more readily available.
Right.
I don't know of anything that is unachievable in a normal time frame now.
Okay.
For instance, rooftop units used to be a 10-month lead item, and now you can get them in, say, 45 days.
Okay. So the air conditioning unit, which used to be the struggle, is now something that you can get in a reasonable time frame.
Correct. As a matter of fact, I just ordered some the other day, and they showed up actually a week early. So
Wow, okay.
yeah, so that's really good. So the cost is what's scaring a lot of people. It's since I do a lot of dental offices, I have a lot of historical references. Since 2013, for about, say, 8 or 9 years, it stayed about $100 a square foot. Never really varied from that, a little bit. Then all of a sudden it hopped to $150, and now it's, say, $200 a square foot. And it has stayed there since. Electrical, the copper has gone really through the roof. Electrical has really gone up. But everything else seems to have stabilized.
Okay.
So if people can stand the current cost, it's a great environment to build.
So somebody can come to you and say, I'm ready to build a project, give me a cost, and if you give them a cost, and as long as they move readily, quickly, you should be able to stick with it.
Correct.
At this
stage, correct. I haven't, there hasn't been any, during the pandemic, you were getting letters from drywall manufacturers about once a month that they were going to increase the price, and I haven't received any of those lately.
Oh, great.
Labor is another issue. It's tough to find people. All trades are really suffering, and with and some of the immigration laws have also driven out quite a few of the non-skilled laborers.
Okay.
And so where you would get say 7 or 8 framers on a job, now you get 4 or 5.
Okay.
And it has slowed. And another reference is since 2013, I could build a dental office in, say, 75 to 90 days. And now you're talking 5.5 to 6 months because you just get fewer people on the job.
Wow.
Yeah, and if you don't plan ahead and tell them like a week or 2 ahead, I mean, some subs want to have a month notice to get on your job. And it's very difficult to plan that far. So there are some scheduling difficulties, and that's what's causing the lead time. So that, of course, also drives up cost. You have superintendents, you have general conditions on a project, and it will drive up the cost of the project.
Okay.